Hello everyone, it's Jen from Old Tinker's Studio. In this series of tutorials, we will be exploring the basics of Godot 3D. These tutorials are based on the Godot Docs. The link is in the description. In this tutorial, we will be learning the basics of Godot, including importing meshes and setting rigid body physics. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more Blender and Godot tutorials. So let's get on with the tutorial. Open your project from the first tutorial. We will be using the platformer kit from Kenny for the remainder of these tutorials. The link is in the description. After you download and unzip the platformer kit, you will have an option of what file type you want to import into Godot. Godot can use most of these formats, but we will be using the GLTF format. Simply drag the GLTF folder into your Godot project folder and rename it if you wish. In the file system doc, you will now see the folder with all the assets once Godot has finished importing them. Click on the 3D Scene button to open a new scene with a spatial node. Open up the Asset folder and choose the barrel. Double-click on the barrel and choose New Inherited. In the main area menu, click on the Import tab. Select the root type and search for Rigid Body 3D. Click on Create and change the root name to Barrel. Click on Re-import to save all the changes. A rigid body is one that is directly controlled by the physics engine in order to simulate the behavior of physical objects. Since there is an offset from the original asset, we'll need to make some changes. Select the asset Barrel Clone, and in the Properties Inspector, twirl open the Transform section. Change the X translation to -0.5, the Y translation to -0.2, and the Z translation to 0.5. When you select the parent node, Barrel, you notice that the barrel is now centered. Select the parent node and add a collision shape 3D. In the Properties Inspector, choose a cylinder for the shape. Then scale the collision shape using the red handles to the size of the barrel. Then save the scene. Make a new scene by clicking on the plus button next to the Barrel Scene tab. Click on the 3D Scene button to open a new scene with a spatial node. Then add a static body. Make sure it's 3D. A static body is a simple body that's not intended to move. We need a floor for the scene because if we import the barrel, which is a rigid body, and run the game, the barrel will just fall since gravity acts upon it. Rename the static body 3D to floor. Add a mesh instance 3D to the floor node. For the mesh, choose the plane in the Properties Inspector. Click on the mesh in the Properties Inspector and change the size. Twirl open the Material section and assign the floor a new spatial material. Click on the material, twirl open the Albedo section, and choose a color for the floor. We need to add a collision shape to stop the barrel from falling through the floor. Make sure that you have the mesh instance selected. Now, a second way of adding a collision shape is to click on Mesh at the very top of the viewport and choose Create Convex Collision Sibling. This makes a child of the floor and a sibling of the plane while conforming to the size and shape of the plane. Select the spatial node and then click on the link icon and search for your barrel scene and click Open. Control D allows you to duplicate an object. So make a stack of barrels that are slightly offset so they tumble. Select the spatial node and add a camera. Then move and rotate the camera. And don't forget to use the preview button to see through the camera. Now save the scene. Now play the scene. Now if you get a warning about a main scene not being selected, choose Select and then choose the scene that you just saved. This is the end of part 2. In the next tutorial we will be learning basic level design and player movement. If you found this useful, please leave a like and subscribe. Have a good day.